Bandidos, what up? It's that time. XP Farm is live. Going strong for a full week or 1,000 levels, whatever happens first. So get to it. Stream out. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tinkering with some of these builds I'm working on right now so I can get you guys some more build videos. What up, Rock? And then we're going to be doing that. Maybe some retaliations because those are always fun. And getting some XP because, you know, I need some exotic components. I'm out of those bad boys, believe it or not. I got everything leveled, but, you know, there's always something, right? The other thing we got to do is work on the summit, right? Because we got the summit. The Tempest is coming to the summit. I have it, but we need to see what that farm's all about and how we're going to be able to farm it. That's happening next week. So we need to get to level 100 before that and then come up with some tutorials, maybe a build. It's going to be a tough farm up there. I don't know if it's going to be guaranteed first time clear, level 100, or if they're going to make you farm it. But we'll see. A non-headhunter sniper build is extremely viable now. It's fucking crazy. I'm going to tell you. So I've been running one. I've been testing it. It's insane. You no longer need headhunter. And you could chain kill. Headhunter is an option. Here's one. You don't even need a damage talent on this. I'm running spotter just for consistency's sake to up the low number. But you don't need a chest talent. I've been running glass cannon. I've been running spotter because you have your tactician drone that pulses enemies. So it's handy. The only reason why I'm running a damage talent, to be honest with you, is because there isn't shit else. You know what I mean? What else is there? That's the problem I'm having. So you might end up with headhunter because by default, you know, because kinetic momentum, none of these other things are, I mean, they're okay. You know what I mean? Like Overwatch is okay. Buff your team, it's okay. Unbreakable's okay. Glass cannon's okay. You know what I mean? Protected reload, it's okay. I mean, you could do braced, I guess. So that's the trouble I'm having. You know, is that you might as well fucking do this, you know? Efficient's not bad though. Yeah, Shroud is nuts, dude. You're hitting 30, 40, 50, 60 million without Headhunter. Yeah, it's way better than the Nemesis. Such a good sniper. So what I've been working on is, that's one of the builds I'm working on today, actually. So we'll start here. What I'm trying to assemble is the most consistent sniper build. Yeah, I was running Perfect Glass Cannon. So the most consistent sniper build, meaning no matter what, you're one-shot chain killing if the enemy is able to be one-shot chain killed. There's some that have helmets, right? So, but if it's a boss, you can one-shot them. If it's an elite without a helmet, you can one-shot them. Non-elites, whatever. And this is basically what I've come up with. Now, I personally like Perfect Glass Cannon better. You could also do Pristine Example with Perfect Focus. Glass Cannon with Palisades is awesome. But I was running this. The only reason why I stopped running this is because, you know, some people just shy away from it. So I was figuring, like, well, if I don't need the damage, then, you know, I guess we can go with Spotter, close enough. But Perfect Glass Cannon does give you the higher number. I think I'm hitting, like, the average shot being around, like, 33, 34 million with Glass Cannon, give or take. Yeah, let's run it for a while. Let's check it out, you know? Some of the other things you could do, though, with the damage is you can offset you can offset your mods. So you can put on like a bunch of protection from elites, for example. You know, it's fucking crazy. What I'm saying. One of the other options I was thinking, a better sniper build, to be honest with you. This is great, but it's not. It's a sort of like, well, shit, you know. I got like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? It's in a weird place. It's in a weird place. Because you're one-shotting everything, you know, and so, and that's why it's a weird place, because you're like, well, I don't need any more damage. What is the glass cannon even bringing to the table? I could do what I could do without glass cannon, without anything there. So it's just like, what am I doing? It's just that's a weird place to be in. I know it's a weird question, but you know what's technically a better build, like from a technical perspective, would be a 3-piece urban lookout. The reason why is because you're going to get that 30% skill duration, and that's going to be huge for your tactician drone if you're running that, or your decoy. And then you're getting 30% marksman rifle damage behind it. So that's another workaround. I'm kind of curious about that. Actually, let's try that right now. And what I mean by workaround is like bringing more to the table than just another sniper build, I guess. I don't know how to say it. Let me see here. Urban. Here's a decent one. The problem isn't really the build. It's just that we just like it's a lack of talent issue. So the other thing is like, well, then there's the turmoils, and then if you're running the turmoils, now you have a reason to run Headhunter. Like if you pair up, if you're gonna run Turmoil, then you're gonna want to run Headhunter, because this is gonna cut your damage in half. And now you're hitting 50 million and carrying that over to somebody else. You know, it's silly. It's silly. But I want to try this build, as a matter of fact. So there we go. And then, oh, and don't forget you got the Achilles pulse, right? And what that doesn't sound like it's a big deal, but when you run advanced material, you got your skills at tier 5, tier 6. This one would be tier 6, the way I have it. So the Achilles pulse at tier 6 is gonna pulse the entire body, and the cooldown time is 36 seconds. So you know what I mean? So now you're fucking throw that damage on top of everything else, you know? Just because. Zane, how dare you? I gotta turn on my air conditioner, boys. It's getting hot. All right, let's give this one a whirl. We'll just leave it as it is, as I have it. Let's see, what do we have left here? Yeah, your skills are at tier 6. It's quite amazing once you get that leveled up, and so that becomes part of the
hostiles guarding location nearby.
Part of the equation. The global directives are all weird, man. It says I don't have Pistolero, but I do have Pistolero. You know, the question is, am I getting the XP bonus for it? There's another one that's showing up there. I don't know what that is, but the first one. Yeah, I took off cool skills so that I can toy with the skills. So let's see what we can do. So what do we got here? So it looks like it's outcasts. Yeah, there's an elite up there at the top. operator. She's the top target. There she is. So yeah, there's no headhunter on this build. I don't need to kill these pulls. I'm just using it because it's there. I should have the decoy actually. I'll put that on because they got special ammo and that's annoying.
Vital signs critical.
Those on the armor kits. Howdy, Savage.
Armor hostile detected.
So this is what the urban set. So it's not as much damage as Hot Shot, but we get really good uptime on our skills here. Go for that head. Really?
Incoming hostiles detected.
I've got you covered.
So yeah, basically 30 million on average here. Oh, yeah, and the tactician drone gives you amp damage, right? when you're on when you're pulsing targets on tier 6. Overcharged typically. Push that damage up to 32 million right there, non-crit. $41 crit. 35. This is no headhunter. These are major headhunter numbers, right? It's insane. This is a badass sniper, man. I'm having a ton of fun with it. What the fuck? How did he get up here? What? Was that grenade? No way that landed up here. Bastards.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Get it.
Come here.
Shit.
There it is. Yeah, you get the same number if you're in a group, maybe more damage because of group buffs. Group doesn't affect your damage. It affects the enemy HP. Does that make sense? The only way the group can affect your damage is up. It can only make your damage stronger. And 25 million is would be pretty high for 4-man group scaling, which is about 1.7, give or take. So on a heroic elite, that's got to be under 25 million, and we're hitting averaging 30, so you should be able to do everything in the group. Okay, let's swap it back to my original setup. Which is this one. So this is basically the stronger version, with the exception I'm now running Spotter. What up, Jen? See how we go into overcharge? So if you look at your skill, you're gonna get, you and your allies, 15% amp damage to pulse targets. So I thought that was a nice little synergy. Perfect spotter. I did test this out on a non-perfect spotter on a Providence. It ends up being stronger with Uzina. It's possible that a Habsburg could be stronger with spotter, but that's a bitch to farm, so. Oh, right on. You got a lot to do then, gentlemen. You got a lot to do. The good old days, man. Let's see where we are with retaliation. So hyenas, outcasts, long ways to go on True Sons. So let's clean up DC. Man, they've been aggressive because I just cleared this one out this morning, and they come back through and clean shit out.
We got word that Black Tusk Digital.
Reasonable Monday. Good name. What up, Ashley? Nasty Glass is in the house. That's a funny name. Nasty Glass. A glass that is nasty. So this will be the stronger of the build, so we should be seeing bigger numbers. If the enemy can handle it. Attaboy. Come out of cover. The question isn't, how I've been evaluating this is a little bit different. So, because your numbers are all over the place. When you shoot a red guy, you're going to see a smaller number than when you shoot a golden elite, because they can't handle what the golden elite can. So the way I've been evaluating this is like, okay, basically like a percentage of one-shots. Like, I wanted to one-shot everybody. And if there is somebody I don't one-shot, what is that damage number? You know what I mean? And it's rare you don't one-shot. And so that's the goal. Can I one-shot every enemy in the game? And if you can, then you have enough damage. Hey, that was that me? Dude. So as you can see, we can one-shot everybody in the game. So then the question becomes like, well, fuck. how much is my chess piece contributing to that versus whatever else I got going on to build. You see the challenge? So, and it's an easy thing. Just look here. Well, 125 million versus, 125% amp damage versus 20%. 20% is a little bit helpful, right? So I keep going in this little circle. Like, well, should I just run Headhunter then and get bigger numbers? But what would Headhunter bring to the table? Well, not much. It could help. The only thing is in like, if you're running the terminal knee pads, like I said earlier, or if you're running legendary and you want to one tap a piece of tech, it is helpful with that, like a warhound. What are you shooting through that fucking bush? You can't even see me. But so I have no chest talent here because I'm not pulsing anybody. What are you shooting at? As an example. So it's 26 million without a chest talent. You see what I'm saying? So spotter's only active if I'm pulsing. So 26 million without a chest talent. That's enough to one-shot a boss. So you see what I'm saying? So like, what is my, why am I even running a chest talent? Yeah, this is the circle I'm going in. But that's more than 4-man scaling. Right? That's a simple mathematical equation. We could just look at it. With the exception of bosses, of course, because they're a variable. Our heroic elite is 9,800,000. The scaling on a 4-man is 1.7. So that's 25 million. We're exceeding that. Well, the only thing is the defensive fucking sucks, right? I mean, glass cannon is like, oh, I don't know. I've never been a big fan of it. Bonus armor only when you reload. I mean, there's braced. That'd be like over the top in weapon handling, though, right? You know. But you know what I did think? What I did think was cool was, yeah, or a set. The chest piece does give you bonus armor. To your point, that's actually a pretty decent one. I tried that. The one that gives you unlimited armor kits could also be cool, because those become, how do you say, on demand, in demand. But I could just run this too. Let's run this. Let's try this. And we'll put on the armor kits one. Efficient. So we get a little bit of armor and kill. I put on some armor. Nerf this a little bit.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
Let's see how we fare. I'd probably end up running the Bellstone chest piece if we did this. I have to find that. What's up, Grumpy? Are you farming, bro? Or are you working? You working or farming? Did you end up getting Borderlands 4? I'm still playing it. It's kind of tough. I feel like it's tough. And I'm just surprised that people are already in the end game. I'm like, damn, man. This game's not that easy. At least not for me. $27. It's a matter of hitting your right target, though, right? 21.
Civilians in danger.
house sucks.
Heavily armored hostile detected. Civilians in distress.
Ah, that was a shot.
Heavily armed hostile supply convoy nearby. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Sensible time. Oh fuck.
Detected in that location. Guarded by hostiles. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Agent, hostiles are moving into the East Mall.
Hostiles.
We need a negotiator
nearby.
sniper setup. Something like that. I know Turmoil's kind of like that, but
Supply room access unlocked.
yeah, exactly, Doctor. And then you get that amp damage. It's a little edge. Yeah, Wolf. Yeah, I was playing it just before I started this stream. I'm just digesting it, you know what I mean? Digging in, and it's not that I don't want to stream it. I'm also editing videos, stuff like that. That keeps me away from streams when there's so much videos I need to create. But I'm really digging it, man. It's a good game. It's tough. It's tough, man. It's like the Division 2 that way, man. They didn't make it a pushover. I'm sure some of those dudes that have been playing, you know, Borderlands 1 from the very beginning might feel a little bit different, but man, I'm playing on normal and I get my ass handed to me like all the time. And sometimes, and I'm not talking about like it's a good fight and I get my ass kicked. I mean, like I get one tapped a lot, you know? And it can be frustrating sometimes. I'm like, why am I getting fucking one tapped? I got everything leveled up. I'm level 10. I got a level 10 shield, blah, blah, blah. you know, and I'm not farming anything. It's like the Division 2 is the same way where, you know, you don't want to farm at level 10, you know, you got to get to level 30 and then 40, 50, right? And so there's no point because you're just going to, you know, replace your level 10 weapon with a level 11 weapon. So there's no point in farming. Just you grab what you get as it drops. You know, same concept. But it's a really well designed game from a mechanics and system perspective. Like I fucking love that they've thought of everything. I mean, more than the Division 2.
Detected.
And this game is a legacy game, right? So it's had the Division 1 to think through shit. But they've thought of stuff that the Division 2 hasn't even thought of yet. Or hasn't been able to integrate. I'm sure that's a staffing issue. But I'm just shooting. It's impressive. I'm impressed. You know, that's why I really like exploring other games and not just doing Division 1. Really? For him? Just for perspective, right? On our game and what it could use. And not that I'm developing it or anything like that, but helps me be a critic, give constructive criticism to the game. What the fuck, man? These guys are also using all my armor kits. So part of what I've been doing with the chest on the damage side is really
Serious trauma detected.
is I've been focusing on the bottom number, not the top one, if that makes sense. So like that's why I was running like glass cannon or spotter, because I was like, okay, so obviously our top number is big enough to do anything we want, group or solo. So let's get so I've been looking at it like this. Let's get the bottom number high enough that in case we hit a target that's not the ideal one for the weapon, we're gonna one-shot it anyways.
System reactivated.
Oh man, I'm getting fucking...
Vital signs critical.
I don't know why they were being so fucking aggressive right there.
0. Hostiles guarding location nearby.
What is the long shot commendation? I don't know what that one is. Let's take a look. I don't really focus on these. I kind of just play and they just happen. You know what I mean? Which one? Is it in here somewhere? Am I in the right category? I'm guessing it's under combat. There's the marksman one. Okay, that you're saying. So get 5 consecutive headshots on 5 separate hostiles from over 80 meters away. Yeah, the best I could. This one's sort of simple. Run Ranger on maybe something like the White Death or the SR1. It doesn't really matter, but run Ranger, and it'll tell you your distance, so you can assure that you're at 80 meters, and then fight these 2 control points here at the crash site, and then fight it on the edge, which would be basically where my cursor is. So if I'm looking at this right here, so up here there's some like double-decker containers that you can get on top of, and they're at about 100 meters from the back entrance here. So, you know, just pick off your targets from there. Another one that you could do is here at No Hope Hotel. And they're all up here on the patio. And you can fight it back here. There's a little concrete patio here with barriers you can hide behind. And the distance between here and there is about 100 meters.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Was that the one you wanted, or was there another one? So what you're looking for, though, overall, is just make sure that whatever rifle you have can actually reach 100 meters. So in this case, the White Death would be better than the SR1. The SR1, I mean, it's got enough mods you can put optimal range, though. You just want to make sure your drop off hits that 100 meters. This one's got a good drop off if you put that optimal range there. Covered. Problem solved. 50% optimal range. Yeah, I'm sure they will, but you got a whole control point there. And you just park it back there and you'll be good. You only need 5, and that first wave should have about 20 enemies. Let's see what this protected reload is all about. The problem is that the bonus armor doesn't stick. It's literally only when you're reloading. Yeah, I do too. That snap it makes. Oh, you know what? Now I remember what I wanted to do. Hold on a second. Let me head back to the White House. Let's grab that hotshot chest. Doubles up your bonus armor. Problem with hotshot is, you know, we don't have determined, and hotshot kinda doesn't feel so awesome when you're running not determined. We'll see if we can maintain it. Gives you something to challenge. But you get the reloads, you get 10% armor or bonus armor. So it is your armor on kill. And then it'll increase your bonus armor from 50 to 100. But you still get the 10% armor if you get that second consecutive shot. We'll try that out.
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles.
There's also one where entrenched. It'll give you, I think it's up to 30% of your armor back with the headshot when you're in cover. If you're below that 30%, something like that.
Hostile control point identified.
So basically what I'm looking for is the controller. If she's out here, there's usually one at the beginning of each one of these outcast people. If the controller's out here, she's gonna steal that top kill. It looks like she's inside. You see that? Veterancy doesn't matter. Archetype does. Veterancy sometimes matters, and it's not supposed to. So, yeah, don't ask me. Okay, that's not a controller. So it looks like we can just pick off the flamethrower lady would be next. Now she, in my mind, would be considered an immobilizer. I don't know if they classify her as an immobilizer, but an immobilizer would be the middle tier. Tier 2, which puts her above the grunts. So let's see. Yeah, no, she didn't count. So that's why sometimes this weapon, that's the downside of the weapons. Like there's sometimes there's shit like that. So either there's somebody above her out there right now. Let's check that map. See, the Grenadier took more damage than she did. That doesn't make any fucking sense. That's the kind of shit. Now she takes 25. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Really, that got me up here. Dicks.
Serious trauma detected.
Now there's a controller. I gotta get her. There we go. If you got enough damage on the build, then you don't have to overthink it. I noticed they all just die anyways. Because this thing hits pretty fucking hard.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
At least hard enough for solo heroic. Yeah, but that first shot, that's what I'm talking about. Every now and again, that happens. We're just like, the game is confused or something. There was no reason why I should have only pulled 7-8 million out from her. You know? There was nobody stronger on the field than her. And then I killed the grunt. He's a thrower, but throwers are classified as other here, right? So tier 1 is what we're after. So hunter, rogues, leader, tank, shield, heavy, weapons, RPG, medic, controller, who I was after, warhound, and marauder. So the flamethrower was none of them. There was no controller. Tech tier 2, support, engineer, or immobilizer. So they might count the Grenadier as a support player, but the support player is on the outcast is that guy that puts down special ammo and sometimes he electrocutes you. That dude, he's the support player. So the Grenadier who took the highest damage is on any other. I mean, so there seems to be some sub hierarchy in this weapon where the fire lady, I guess, is not an immobilizer to this game. And the thrower, so the fire lady and the thrower are in the same tier, which is tier 3. They were both elites, but the thrower took more damage. And once I killed the thrower, see, he took 25 million. So once I took the thrower out, she took 20 million in damage. But her first shot was only 7. So that tells you that the thrower is a higher hierarchy than the Scorcher or the flamethrower lady. So, I mean, my point is like, I think we're going to have to write down and like create our own list because the game, it doesn't go by what the game says. You know, you have to go out here and test it and like come up with your own real hierarchy. It could be, but a lot of people end up in tier 3, I'll tell you that. So these are all tier 3s. So let's save the thrower and shoot the grunt back here. So he's an assault.
Heavily armored hostile detected. Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles.
Let's take that assault. Let's see what he goes after. Yeah, so assaults and throwers are in the same class. They're both taking max damage. And then bosses don't matter, apparently. Originally, I thought they were going to be considered leaders, but leaders only applies to Rikers, apparently.
Supply room access unlocked.
It's not bad. We got a little bit of bonus armor.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Thank you, Agent.
It was the same in the PTS, yes. I tested for hours, and it might be a little bit more consistent, but I played this for hours in the PTS trying to figure out the pattern. And it's shit like that that just really fucks with you. You know, you're like, wait, the flamethrower should have been the highest. I don't think they got everybody in the list.
Hostile
Like,
detected.
the Scorcher is under any other enemy, so you'd think should be in tier 2 with the immobilizer. What the hell is a bomber? I know what a bodyguard is. That's for raid stuff. A bomber might be a raid thing too. There's the mortar guy. Controllers are things with remote control. Note that. So like the little RC cars, those are controllers. And then the engineer is a little bit, I go back and forth on a daily basis on what category he falls under. Like the turret dude. So is the turret dude a controller or is he an engineer? You know, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. It's the same. Yeah, David. They're exactly the same. Except for the gloves, you're going for the bottom. The tier 3. Yeah, everything's listed the same. Ty, what up? Are you XP farming? So one of the things I've been thinking about is it's all about that first shot, obviously, right? It's the weakness of any sniper build. So that's where this weapon truly shines, because most weapons with stacks and headhunter can do these numbers or close enough sufficiently. So I'm thinking like the true uniqueness of the Shroud is its first shot. Well, every shot is its first shot, but that's what its separator is that first shot damage. So in my mind, having a damage talent that's there on the first shot where I shot that lady and she didn't die, but if I had over 10 million, she would have died anyways, even if she was the wrong shot. And that's why I keep going back to the damage. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying there? I know I might be talking in circles, but so we shot that one lady, we hit her at 8 million, but if I had 10 million, even though she was the wrong target, she would have died anyways. And so that's why I keep going back to a damage talent. And Headhunter's not going to do that for you. So Headhunter is going to make every shot beyond the first shot strong, right? But it's that first shot that really matters anyways. And then from there, it's a matter of, do you go glass cannon or do you go... I'm just kind of getting my head back in on my train of thought here, which is why I'm going back and forth here. So to test if your build has a sufficient damage, you would have to shoot the wrong target on purpose. Might as well not run this. And you can still run Determined if you ran a Headhunter as a backup weapon. Visibility sucks. So there's a controller engineer dude here, and then everybody else would be under him, except for the mobilizer, which would be with him in that same tier. So let's shoot that person. 12 million. See what I'm saying? So our first shot is over 10 million. As long as you're over 10 million, then you're one shot in any elite. Now, if you scale up in group, that's not going to be true anymore. So our first number should be a lot higher. So let's see what the engineer is. Should be what? 20, 30, 40 million easy. Get that engineer, I'll tell you. 30 million right there on a red dude. Right? So as you can see, our base damage is way fucking higher. But the point is, I shot the wrong target and we still got him killed. Which is why I think putting a damage talent is probably a good idea. Okay, so now the medic is the head honcho. So if I shoot the engineer, he should be less damage. Get his head covered here. Weather sucks for this. Yeah, so 12 million, so that's low damage, right? When we know that we can hit over 30. Let's try to do this better. $26 million medic. So it looks like about 11 or 12 millions are low.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
heavy. If you guys used Rupert's Tear, it's pretty cool. When you break their armor, everything shatters. Like that. They're naked. All right, next let's put on. Let's put back on
Incoming hostiles detected.
our chest piece with the spotter, and see what our low number is. Is it? The question is it still over 10? I think the answer is yes. If it is, that would be better than glass cannon, even though glass cannon is stronger. Just don't need the extra damage. Do that debris. .26 right there. So that was only 8, so that's bad. We'd want the wrong target to hit at 10, right? My point. Now he hit at 12 for some fucking reason. See what I'm saying? It's that doesn't make any sense. Nobody died in between. There should be, unless that right bomber died, which it looks like he's still alive. So I don't get it. You see what I'm saying? That made no sense. I shot him once, it was only blah.
Let's see you run now.
So we got a foamer, and then we got the engineer. Let's shoot the engineer and see if he's higher ranked than the foamer. I'm gonna make a whole new, brand new chart. I'm gonna rewrite this fucking thing. It's not an engineer. That was just a random front. We gotta take the confusion out of it. It's frustrated me. I mean,
Heavily armored hostile detected.
the error doesn't happen a lot. Maybe like once a control point, but still. Weapon's not broken, but we would just like to have this down to the science. So that's 11 million, so he's less, and that's because of a medic. Medic is always top tier. So that's one. But let's check the engineer. And he only hit at 8. Which makes him not a controller. Oh wait, right? Yeah, if he was a controller, he would have gone down on 30 million. Nice. Dick move.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Okay, I'm gonna start making notes on the side so I don't forget this shit later. Hold on. Where's my fucking mouse? Hello? Mouse? Where are you? They're not being...
Still think you can get out of here alive?
Microwave coils was sick, huh? You can still play those. Right? I haven't done it since they rolled out that system, but I think you can go back to that old climax mission. Guess my mouse is dead. Let me charge it for a minute. Oh, it's up for debate. It doesn't really matter. Most of us have defaulted to damage to targets out of cover. It is, for one, it's the more rare stat. You could only get it outside of your weapon on the knee pads, where damage to armor you can find on gear, like Walker. And the contractor's buffs, by the way. But they did bring in the, what do we call it? The smart cover that gives you damage to targets out of cover. So that's a new source of it, which is kind of a new thing. I have found, though, that I end up just putting damage to targets out of cover anyways, and just kind of resorting to default. It doesn't make it the right answer. I think there's a lot of enemies. They work differently than we do. So most of them, all of them, not most of them, all of them. So when we're in cover and we pop out like this, we're still in cover. So damage to targets out of cover would not count for us because we're stuck in cover. Now the NPCs, if they're just standing behind cover and not snapped to it, they're still considered in cover. And that happens a lot. Like 50% of your shots are like that. 50% of the guys I'm shooting are standing up behind a piece of cover, and they'll take less damage because I'm running damage to targets out of cover. Enemies that aren't running armor don't really need either, right? Damage to targets out of cover or damage to armor. Your red guys. Which makes me think that damage to armor is probably the better move until you come across the Chungas, who are always out of cover. And they're not armored targets, they're health targets. So damage to targets out of cover works for Chungas and damage to armor doesn't. So I guess the confusion I'm probably sticking in your head, the point of that confusion is there is no right answer. It's sort of tied to what content you find yourself using that weapon in the most. You got the Ravenous Reaper? Oh, I didn't know that was dropping. Nobody mentioned that one. I got the Birdie yesterday. Where'd you get the Ravenous? Now, there's a lot to that. There's actually a whole big discussion on the damage to armor thing. Now, because it changes depending on your build. Now, if you're running a damage, how do you say, ongoing directive build with bleed, then you want the armor, because that armor damage to armor is going to scale with the bleed, is going to scale the bleed damage. What were you playing though, bro? That's crazy. Now if you're running an oxidizer build, I think the oxidizer takes just about everything. So you could run damage to armor, damage to targets out of cover, both ideally. Most things scale with just armor, though, I think, when it comes to skills. I think it's the more consistent one. I think damage to targets out of cover is the more rare one that scales with skills.
Serious trauma detected.
I want to get the Ravenous in an open drop. I like getting those. The community would love to hear that, though. I'm wondering if the Regulus is out there. Yeah, that's where I got mine, too. Ivy Tunnel. That's weird. What's up with Ivy Tunnel? We gotta get these guys up there. I don't know if I can really help you there, Ty. I don't run to Ravenous. Kind of not a fan. I think Aces would probably be good for it. If you're running it, I mean, it's a good Chunga Slayer and a Warhound Slayer. You know, basically legendary content. And a lot of people run it as a backup weapon because of that. That made no sense, guys. I shot the engineer first and the thrower took more damage. That makes no fucking sense. I don't know where you get the stash space, Reaper. Your stash space is bigger than all of ours, man. Okay, so who do we got here? Right foam. So he's tier 2. We know that. The foamer's a mobilizer. That's tier 2. The engineer should be tier 2.
Agent requesting backup.
Alright, so there's a gold engineer. Got 2 engineers. Alright, let's try the engineer and make sure that engineer's qualified. It's not. That's fucking bullshit. If anything, it should be greater than the immobilizer. Because if it's not an engineer, it's a controller. The immobilizer is always a immobilizer. So the only way that would make sense is if within the hierarchy, there's a hierarchy. That's the only way that makes sense, what just happened.
I'm just gonna keep coming.
Who do we got a field here? So we got 2 engineers, 3 engineers. Now he takes 25 million because the immobilizer is off the table. So immobilizers, for some reason, are higher hierarchy than these dudes. So maybe they're not calling them engineers or controllers. 27 million on the purple. 20 million on the gold. Why? I don't think those were crits, were they? Thrower. 12 on the thrower. That would make sense. It's tier 3. Okay, so now we have an immobilizer out again. So let's hit that engineer and see what he's... So yeah, I see he took less damage. Bottom damage. So this guy should take full, which he didn't. So the only reason that would make sense is if there's a medic, and there is. Okay, that's good. Medic is always top dog. So there's a medic. So believe it or not, that medic is top dog and the boss is not. So let's prove that by shooting the boss. $10 million. Now let's hit the medic. 27. Now let's hit the boss. That guy out of the way.
I can take you. This is not the time. Moving to their side. Do you see that?
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
I'll get you in the end. Someone kill
Serious trauma.
Okay.
Targeting object.
right on target.
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Why did you not die at 14 million?
Time to be this way. Go ahead. I'm here.
So we got a foamer. Got a grenadier. Let's check her. Yep, she's lower. It'd be foamer, it'd be top dog. Mobilizer. Let's check him.
Vital signs critical.
Switching back.
22. I think the thrower is higher than him, though. He might be a tier fucking 3.
Reloading.
Covering fire.
Don't just wait for them. Run.
Oh, you use that for the Hollywood event. That's a good idea.
Unlocked.
Reap. What up, man? Yeah. Yeah, he should, man. He should get a heat. I mean, poor PC players, right? I saw Identity posted that he couldn't even log in or something like that, you know?
We'll let you get away. Changing back. Deal with them all. That's
Yeah, I'm an old dog, Stu. Oh, now I'm at 18,000. I see your point. We're about to cross over. New number. New dial. What up, Memphis? Yeah, I'm sure they're not going to be super fast at getting back to people.
Hostiles.
Yeah, they all got... You got to remember, man, CEOs, dude. They're all fucking egotistical heads. God complex and shit. It's true. I always had the pleasure of reporting to CEOs. Always. Lucky me. I had one or two good ones, though. See, do we have a retaliation ready? We do. It's the outcasts.
Detected. Location guarded by hostiles.
Now, oh man, the open world has been aggressive. Have you guys been noticing that your control points just don't stay locked down?
We'll look out for them.
Fucking hot over here. What's going on? What are we, summer? Okay, so we're gonna figure out this hierarchy. I'm gonna make a chart. Let me see, my mouse is charged now. There it is. Okay. So let's start with the outcasts. I mean, the true sons. So far we know the medic is top. We know the tier 2 is immobilizer. And then tier 3, we have the turret engineer. And then we have the thrower, who for some reason is bigger than the engineer but less than the immobilizer. So we're gonna test that some more. What up, Raw? Just talking to myself. God, this whole fucking ammo. The directors are all fucked up. The ammo one is... You seen that? So it says I don't have any ammo. And the directive that's active doesn't exist. Guess I got to log out and log back in. Yeah, I mean... Lucky you, the Lexington is just the meta assault rifle, so you could put it on anything, to be honest with you. I don't run it very often. Because I prefer the lead over it.
Safe area.
That didn't work. Now I got pistol arrow. But the easy one is a striker, mask, backpack, gloves and knees and holster. And then for the gloves, I run the I like the Exodus gloves, but you can now do the overdogs. Let's see if I have a setup saved here. I mean, so this is my go-to assault rifle just for like everyday crap. I'm running the Lud here, but you could just put on the Lexington. And so the bonus armor is just, you know, best in class when it comes to survivability. That's why I'm running the Memento. But another good variation is just pretend this is Striker, but it's Negotiators. And then run Obliterate on your chest, and then you can run these gloves. Actually, I'm gonna run this build. So I run this glass cannon build right now for retaliation, and I'm really digging it. Now the question is, will we have ammo? It says pistolero, but is it there? Is it not there? I don't know. But it could fuck with this, right? Let's fast over here real quick. Yeah, so that's a staple build. You'll see a lot of people use it. It's kind of a go-to meta assault rifle build. Yeah, so pistolero's on. I need my fucking ammo. It says directives activated. But I have ammo now. I don't know. I guess we'll try. Did that make sense, or did I confuse you, Raw? Basically the same setup, except instead of Negotiators, you're running Striker. You put your assault rifle up there, and then Obliterate for the talent on the chest. Be super powerful. You got your 20% armor on kill. You got amp damage coming out of those gloves. Best in class talent for assault rifles. And then you have your striker amp damage. All right, let's see if this works.
This is the place.
This is gonna be a tough one. The layout's weird.
Time is of the essence, Agent.
Hostile control point nearby.
Got a crew to the right. That's kind of got me weird.
Surveillance incoming. Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected. Immediate medical assistance needed. Heavily armored hostile detected.
What up, Dark? Yeah, I'm up early. Early bird, worm, and all that good stuff.
Friendly control point nearby.
Oh, fell in the hole. Probably good.
Vital signs critical.
Goddamn thing is a journey, huh?
Hostile kill squad nearby.
Oh, shit.
Stay alert.
It's kind of scary if you think about it. Just come at shit out of nowhere like that, huh?
You're as bad as a true son.
Drops too. You know what I don't like about this is if you don't pick up your gear, it disappears.
Kill squad down.
Like, they should allow you to come back and get it, you know? Should stay on the map. Yeah, they're not done with this. I think they're still going to gather our feedback and pump in another round, at least one, of updates to it.
Reinforcements en route. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Heavily armored hostile detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Let's see if I can pull this off. Oh, that was super risky. Didn't work. Trying to get that EMP to hit them all. Does this go? Yeah, it does. Choke point, anybody? That's a hell of a fucking choke point, isn't it? Where are you?
Cover. Check on them.
Heavily armored hostile.
How's there another wave? Fuck, let me go to the other control points. Damn, stuff going on in there, dudes.
Vital signs critical.
Okay, long fucking run. No, I get it. Nick. Feel like there's a whole bunch of people waiting for me up here.
It's in here.
Yeah.
Detected. The control point in proximity.
Yeah, there's that gear we missed, huh? Fucking marathon. with a double fucking reload. Down below in the sewers.
Watch out. There's a kill squad in the area.
Fucker. Fuck!
Medical assistance.
God damn it! Ah! They don't give you time to get up. Oh, I didn't know you were back there. Fuck. Get rid of this guy. He's on your ass, right? All right, we almost got him. It was all because that gunner wouldn't get out of cover. I had to chase him down. Stop me from building stacks.
This won't last.
Kill squad down.
Yeah, so you can build those reconstruction caches with this stuff, which I think is a really nice reward, I gotta say. It is super helpful to craft named items because I'm always finding like, oh, you know what, I need this variation. And I do use it for some things. Might help with some of these unicorns. Where's everybody? Back. Ah. Stupid button. Let's fix that shit. That takes like an hour.
Reinforcements incoming. Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Savage, you're everywhere. Good man, good man. I knew a savage turkey once. True story. Monk had a farm and still has a farm. And he had this big old turkey, and when we were kids, we used to chase it around and shit. And piss it off. He'd get savage. He also had an electric fence. We used to like to grab it.
Friendly control point nearby.
Stupid kids. I peed on it to make an older kid, to impress an older kid. He wasn't impressed. What is that from? Did you pee on it? What's with you guys? Why you want to pee on the electric fence? How is that a good idea? That didn't even cross my mind. These are crazy, huh? These are marathons, man. I mean, how long has this been going? I noticed the timer at the end doesn't match up with the actual time. It'll say like, oh, a time spent 6 minutes. It's like, it was not 6 minutes. Like a half fucking hour. That's probably risky, huh? Yeah, it was super risky. I should have healed up.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Welcome to my choke point, bitches. All are welcome. Oh, you gotta chew your way out, huh? Look at these balls. Big boys coming at us. I forgot about this. And then, so all of these are premium. Because I already exhausted them. That's kind of a tight backpack. Ooh, Zircon favorite. They're all really fucking good. I mean, like advanced Zealot's pretty good for just general DPS stuff. Advances and sanitization and say cheese are all really good. So I guess spiced up is the only one I don't like the most. Just because it's hip fire and I did try it with the gloves. It's interesting, but the hip fire thing kind of detracts from its interest. You know what I mean? But say cheese is very powerful because the cooldown, it's like constant. You just go around blinding everybody. And if you run it with the memento backpack, you'll get more duration out of that blind. It's pretty crazy. Best with shield builds, though. They need to up the XP for that retaliation. It's fucking horrible. It's like really bad XP, man. And for veteran players, you know, if they're looking for a way to make it interesting for us, that would be it. Because what do veteran players really need? We need resources, you know? That's it. So that we can peek everything out and optimize things. Because, you know, what else is there? There's nothing else. So, exotic components, resources, you know? And XP will give you 99% of that through your watch. So, if they just put in a ton of XP for those, turn those into an XP farm, that would be valuable because it's layered. It's a layered system. It'd be hard to abuse it because you have to you have to go fight a bunch of shit in the open world to earn it, and then you can fight it and you might not win. You know? So, I mean, you're going to get good at it over time. So, it'd be hard to lose, but shit happens. It's pretty easy to get clobbered on accident. You know what I mean? Like, you saw that one situation where I almost died. I feel like it should be an XP farm. Like, you should get mega XP. And it wouldn't even really be a farm because you can't loop it consecutively. So, yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I'll show you the blind one. It's pretty sick. We'll go ahead and run it with this for a while. Let's do some summit because we got there's a project there, plus we got to earn some floors. Let's start making our climb. Just for a little bit.
We need you to secure a skyscraper.
I want to try to matchmake in here.
Take a while. Help you clear
Let's see if anybody's showing up. That's where the true farm for this is going to be. It's going to be through matchmaking. If there's a bunch of people here and matchmaking, then it'll be an easier farm for that Tempest. If not, then it becomes crappy and very grindy. I don't need help. Are you on Xbox? Just chillaxing. Welcome to join. It shouldn't be dropping yet, but on next week it will be. Are you already on my friends list? Jump in if you want to. What's your gamer tag? Let's put in some urban lookout. Okay, we got that going. I kind of want to check the loot. It should, yeah. Crits. It should, but we don't know what the parameters exactly are going to be. If it's just regular RNG, then yeah, the higher the better, heroic or legendary. And then you'd want to run at least 4 directives to get a higher targeted loot chance, and set it to pistols. If it's general loot here. Oh, nice. If they're probably gonna make it special though. Sometimes it takes a second for that to register. Which means like they might make it a guaranteed drop the first time you beat it on legendary or something like that. That's the best scenario, and that's what we would hope for. Or the first time you beat floor 100, which alone is hard because you got to go in there even on heroic. There is an exotic glitch going on. I don't know how deep it is. But Reaper said earlier today he got the Ravenous. I got the Birdies. He also got the Birdies. And none of those are supposed to be dropping in the open world. So those are... exclusive drops to content. And they seem to be in general loot pool. Still RNG though, you know. No, it's not. It's just exotics that aren't supposed to be in the loot pool are. And the Ravenous is a very rare exotic, right? I mean, it's legendary, raid one. I'm trying to find you, Savage, but it's not working. God, it's so janky, the invite system. See, I can only invite you to a party. Can you just do join or play on me? Let me know if that works. Just go ahead and jump in. It's fine. I should be open to all friends. Yeah.
Anyone else tracking? I can't be blocked.
Incoming. High-risk hostile.
So the more enemies you kill that are blind gives you faster cooldowns. It's crazy. And they're fucking useless. The fire one's really good too, man. I mean, you're talking really good crowd control. I just haven't had a chance to spend more time with it, but
They're
I don't know. I mean, the word is I heard people talking about it. I created a fix for it on Xbox, which is really opening up your the thing about the Division and a lot of games, it's not just a Division, but it's a conflict in security settings, basically. Depending on which bug you're talking about. And so you got your Xbox, Microsoft security settings, and then you have your game security settings, and those can conflict. So you can tell through the Xbox, hey, don't let random invites come to me. But in the Division 2, that would be a request for backup. That's a random invite. So if your settings are preventing that, then you're preventing that. That's a good one. But I personally haven't checked since the last big event, whatever that was called. The one with the caretaker. Oh, thanks, hallelujah.
Agent detected.
Of course it's rogue. I want to try matchmaking on this and see what this is like. If we're getting results here. It was a good idea for them to put that weapon in here, by the way.
Invite to another agent's group. Proceed.
Let's see what floor. If I get a higher floor, that'd be a win. If I get a lower floor, that would suck.
Active terminal detected.
We need you to secure a skyscraper. This may take a while. Help you clear your schedule.
A little bit higher. Do I have ammo at least?
How do you like me now?
I think so. I do look Creed. I do want that checkpoint. Are you on Xbox? I think Savage is looking to play too. And we could all group up.
Another agent has joined your group.
There's Savage. Speaking of. And the radius on this thing is, look, I got that guy way back there. It's crazy. That's why it's worth leveling up your active modifiers. They're insane. Like, it's crazy how deep that is. What is it? I don't know if it actually tells you. Range 30 meters. 30 meters of blindness.
Detected.
And the radius is nuts too with your shield. 40 meters range with shield. 130 degrees. they basically become helpless. And look, it's already back, right? That's not
Medical assistance needed.
really. Fuck you. Can't cover.
Incapacitated.
Get behind me. Alright, I'll do it. Am I dizzy?
Agent vital signs 0.
Ooh, that's a good question. Fuck, man. I've heard that before, and I don't know what the answer is, to tell you the truth, because I haven't been in that pickle. But you might have to go fight all the fucking... The question is, which one didn't drop? You know what I mean? The worst case scenario is that you have to go find the... You have to go refight the one that didn't drop the key for you, or that you missed. If they're sequenced, you know? And I don't know if that's the case. You might check Reddit forums. I'm sure somebody else has posted about that. I think the shroud might be a good hunter weapon. Because they're tier 1. You don't... I don't know if you... I don't think the hunters have that much damage. Because these things hit at like 50, 60 million without Headhunter. Maybe crits, but I don't... Because I don't have their HP memorized. We'll check it, though. I'm curious. I don't know if you know that that weapon pushes 60, 70, 80, even 90 million without a Headhunter. Depending on your setup. That's 125% amp damage. That's like a fully loaded striker.
System stored.
It should hit about 90 million though, realistically. That's what I was seeing with the glass cannon, at least. But yeah, I don't know what their HP is. They do have the ability to armor up, so...
EMP jammer destroyed.
You'd want to get them in that one shot so that they don't get that armor kit in, right? Yeah, but you may be right if you tested it. I haven't.
System functioning.
You just sit back here and flash people.
EMP jammer destroyed. System restored.
Yeah, it adds a little bit of damage crits. Yeah, but yeah, that's the problem. The problem with Headhunt. Well, there's a couple things. The thing with Headhunter is if you have that as a chest damage talent, you know, it doesn't actually apply damage on the first shot. So the fact that you're running Headhunter prevents you in a way from getting that one-shot kill off the first shot, because it's not actually damage talent until you get a first kill. But with the Shroud, that being said, with the Shroud, it's got enough damage that you can one-shot kill even without that talent being active, or without any talent on your chest. You can still hit those 60, 90. The big question is, how much armor do they really have? I mean, rogues are about 30 million on heroic, maybe around 28 million or something like that. You can one-shot them. I imagine Hunter's gonna be stronger. How much, you wonder, right? 40, 50 million? I don't know. Probably 50. Can you imagine an enemy over 50?
Target approaching.
These are all hunters. I mean, warehounds. No, I got the word hunter stuck in my head. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the Strega. I've been trying to get it to work for a while. Since last season. I really like it with negotiators. It doesn't really sync up with what negotiators does. You would hope it would. I think what a lot of people were hoping would happen when the Strega came out was that you could pair it up with negotiators, and the kills you get from negotiators because of the marks would also create stacks, which they don't. It's got to be a direct hit, direct kill. Either way, it's just a more of a synergy in concept where you're thinning the herd and making the next kill easier by either stripping away some of their armor because they were marked, or by applying the debuff or buff to you from the Strega. And so it just creates this waterfall domino effect. And then I'm pairing it with the new gloves, the overdogs, so that when you're hitting the tier 3 target, all targets are getting that 30% amplified damage buff. Heroic, Kelly. I'm sorry, heroic. What am I saying? Hardcore. Starts with an H. Appreciate the ask. So you decided to come back, Kelly? You've been taking a break, right? What's the verdict? It's definitely more interesting than it was 6 months ago. I'll tell you that much. Way better of a game than it was 6 months ago. You know, one of the thoughts that I had though is like I feel like I'm really enjoying the content that they came up with here. Retaliation, all the exotics are good. The gear was good this season. But it's still gonna feel like a long season, and it's still gonna feel like we need more in a month or so. You know what I mean? Because I mean, if you look at the calendar of events, it's going to be great for new players. So new players aren't going to have the same sentiment. But like, if you look at it, this is where we are. Then we got a 2x season XP event, but most of us are done with this season. We have Reanimated. That'll be fun, but we're overpowered. Kenley College, nobody really cares. SHD Exposed, that's okay, but I'd rather play with modifiers. Conflict XP, nobody gives a shit. More Kenley College, nobody gives a shit. Golden Bullet, but we have Golden Bullet. Why would I use this Golden Bullet? For Red Stars, yeah, okay, maybe. But I'd rather play with my modifiers. 5X Season XP event. Again, we've been done with our season already. 5X XP event, this is the end of November. We're now at the end of the season. That will be obviously good. And then Hollywood. So this is the end of the season, in theory. You know what I mean? So it's like, so although we love the content, just like in any game, you know, it's gonna get stale. We're gonna want that. We're gonna have that feeling where we need more, want more. And so, although I love Retaliation, it's not enough to drive 4 months of it. You know what I mean? Now, there's going to be other events, so I know they're not on the calendar. There's going to be a Halloween event, and that sounds really exciting. They're also going to do a Black Friday event. That's at the end of November. So those will drop in, and they'll feel good. Yeah, I still feel like they need to do something about that season, you know. And they're trying, I can tell, you know what I mean? They're trying to make, bring in more events and keep things hot. The issue is, though, is that it is a pretty good looking fall in the gaming world. You know what I mean? Like, we have, what's it called? Arc Raiders coming out next month. There's another Warframe contender coming out next month. There's more games coming out this month. We haven't even finished this month worth of games. What do we got? Oh, I'm all out of order over here. Battlefield 6 is coming out on October 10th. I mean, these are all games that, you know, maybe they're not games that you love, but many other Division 2 players, it's in their wheelhouse. I mean, who doesn't love Battlefield 6? That's what I gotta ask. I mean, I know they had a shitty episode with 2042 or whatever it was called. That one did suck. I was very disappointed, but Battlefield overall as a franchise has been excellent. It's not Call of Duty. You know what I mean? It brings way more to the table because of vehicles. And now they got the world that's just that's falling apart that people are really liking. You can blow up whole buildings and shit. Why isn't my modifier? Can you turn off? What's that blue shock shit? Anybody else seen that? Is that a skill effect? Is that what that is? What is that shit?
Agent out of mission.
I'm distracted. It's live. It's not working though. It's glitched. Every now and again, I see this white pulse, and I don't know where it's coming from. It's my skill. I don't know if you guys are seeing it. It's like when the room clears, but I can't activate it. I'll tell you. Watch for it. It'll happen like when we enter a room or when we leave a room. Watch. It's like a white strobe. It's the same animation as my. Work. Do you see it right there? It's when I go in and out of menu, isn't it? Is that what it is? There it is again. See that white strobe? Maybe if I change it, change it to sanitization. Just catch some fools on fire. Oh, you haven't even bought the expansion yet? The expansion was worth the money. What'd you end up paying for it? The thing is I don't know about you, but for me it ends up falling out like Wony, which is once I beat it, I don't really go back. I went back a few times initially, but they know it's a problem. They mentioned it, like they're trying to give people a reason to go back to these expansions. But that's classic behavior that you can develop around, I feel like. You know what I mean? Okay, so we know that we spend millions of dollars on the expansions and people play them once. Maybe we should do something else. This one's pretty sick too. You catch people on fire just by shooting at them. See that? And look at your heals. I got broken armor thing, but you heal instantly. It's fucking crazy. I mean, it's technically better than Zealot. The catch being that you got to get those 3 people inside your first explosion. But the fact that you can continue to crowd control with it and heal with it is fucking sick. Still fucking going.
Rogue hive detected. PACT terminal detected.
Still going. Keep extending it. Still going. About to fire. There it is. Fire.
Terminal infiltrated.
$19.99, nice. I'm a sucker for cosmetics too. I'm in control though. I'm in control. Yeah, the key glitch thing, yeah.
Active terminal detected.
It's handy. Let him burn! Oh, you fucker!
Agent down.
Sitting there hiding in cover.
Terminal infiltrated.
I haven't tested this with the fire cam, but I am curious. Or creeping death might be fucking super legit on this, because it is so valuable that you can keep it going as long as you can. So he's burning in there. No, that's a feature. That's an in-game feature. What are you talking about, Kelly? That's not a bug.
Situation detected.
I do like these modifiers better than the past ones, though, because they're more interesting, you know? How there's kind of a theme, and they're all kind of you got two crowd control ones. They all kind of have this speed runny blitz feature to it. Right time and place, sort of thing. You know, I don't know. I don't know that counter. Usually, most of the glitch issues that we've experienced in the past in Dark Zone, the best way to handle it is just to glitch yourself. No, I know. That's the problem with the Dark Zone. Everything ends up being that way. This guy sucks. whatever the meta is, the best counter for the meta is to play the meta. It's kind of always been that way. Yeah, I was hoping they would fix the bug. I thought somebody said they did. But if they're doing it, you got to do it too, I guess. Cheers to you for doing conflict, by the way. It can be a shit show in there, man. Wonder if I mark the target and my ally gets the kill, if I get that buff to the fire. Because of the campfire.
Vital signs critical.
Yikes, you better clean up. Yeah, there's some other PvE extraction shooters coming. You see people like Nothing But Skills talking about Exoborn. It looks kind of cool. I'm kind of picky about PvE, you know? I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm willing to try them, though, if they offer something unique. Heartland was going to be that, right? And at first I didn't see where it was going to live in my gaming bank or whatever, but now I do. And I just think that there's going to be it's tough competition in that category too. They have a high rate of failure, and it's a tough and then there's tough competition coming. So we have Marathon, which obviously was a shit show, but there's also Arc Raiders, and that one was not a shit show. Arc Raiders is really interesting.
Medical assistance needed.
Why is this so strong?
Agent incapacitated.
What was interesting about Arc Raiders is that they slow rolled it. I mean, they came out so fucking strong. I mean, it was an overwhelmingly positive tech test. Game was extremely polished. It was launch ready. And what was that, back in May? We tested it, April, something like that. And so we thought it was going to be a June launch. And they announced it was going to be an October launch. I was like, wow, that's fucking brave. But I'm kind of proud of them. You know what I mean? Because that means they got a vision. God, everything breaks my armor around here. Oh, great. My armor's broken permanently. Yeah, so they got a vision. They're going to implement it. You know what I mean? They got some things, they got feedback, and they're really leaning in on their quality. So that's the part that I'm proud of. You know, they're not just rolling it out like a lot of games do, like Borderlands, for example, right? I mean, for Xbox, we're having a good time with it, but PC, I guess there's been a lot of serious bugs there. The story is so good in that game. I mean, I'm not saying it's like, you know, deserves like Emmys or anything like that, or Oscars or whatever the fuck they are, but like it's entertaining. It's good enough where you're paying attention, and that's big for me because I never pay attention. I try to pay attention because this is my job, but some of the stories are so bad it's just like skip, fuck it, skip. You know what I mean? This one's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And the weapons are fucking wild, man. The weapons are wild. There's so many fucking weapons. Like billions of weapons with crazy combinations. And it's just, they're wild. I mean, there's so many cool weapons. I don't know how there can be a meta in that game. I'm not sure there can be. I'm curious. I mean that as a serious statement. I don't know if there can be. Maybe there can. Maybe I don't know. There can be meta, I guess, or really popular builds for your characters, for the Vault Hunters, because they basically each have 3 paths to build into, and then you got a specialization tree that comes in at endgame on top of it all, which I haven't even tapped into yet. And so there could be a meta build for each of the 3 paths on their talent tree, but fast travel, turkey, fast travel. You got the door stuck behind the door thing. Classic newbie mistake. Such a noob. Level 30,000 noob. I saw that door too. I was like, ooh, I hope I don't get stuck behind it. Is that the door you got stuck behind? Forever Winter does look really good. It does look good, Blue. I think that's PC only though, isn't it? I do have a PC, but it's kind of specs wise, it's not the high end or anything like that. I kind of just got it for testing for now. I need a PC sponsor. Something back there. What is that going like? Why can't I shoot anything?
Hostile sniper turret detected.
I think my armor's broken. Let's see if I can fix it. Yeah, it's officially broken for good. It's awesome. Passive terror stats? That sounds funny. And I like the comedy in it. It's funny, man. So there's like these collectibles, these random collectibles that you pick up, and they have like funny little quotes on them. So you pick this thing up, and you're like, "What is this? What is this?" And I'm not paying too much attention to the collectibles, like what they go to or how they're being credited. But one I picked up and said, "Put your lips on it. I know you want to." Like it's written on it. They all have these funny little, quirky little quotes on them, and they're funny, man. I don't know what's going on in this room. I just see things flashing. Guess those are my skills. Okay. I don't got any armor. Fix that. I think the only way to fix it is if you build all that. This is the bug that Kelly was talking about. It's not a bug, it's a game feature. What am I saying? Ooh, the speed boost is nice. Which one was giving me the speed boost? Is it the fire one? No, I think it's killing the rusher, isn't it? Yeah. Killing the rushers within 10 meters. It's nice.
Wait, he's going out.
Where?
An agent is no longer in your group.
Let's see if I can fix this. Still broken. Awesome.
High-risk target approaching.
Still rain, what's up? Oops.
Another agent destroyed your power.
Savages over there taking the whole army. You're a crazy turkey, man. I hate this round. Oh, look, I got mementos. What's that? I don't have armor, but I have mementos.
System restored.
Too easy. What modifier are you using? Are you using the fire one too? I think you might, because somebody else is. What up, McLovin? Oh man, I'm cycling them. Yeah. The one that I've been wearing a lot is this one. I'm really enjoying this one. It works, Sandy, nice. It works really well with the retaliation. And I just like the synergies it brings, you know? So the new gloves, the Strega negotiators, and then with glass cannon. Yep, with glass cannon. And then I run what do you call it? Zealot. But I am liking the sniper build too. I've been using that a lot as well. And then the other build I have is the Striker Lud build. So I'm using Striker Lud. And I guess the gloves, the Overlords, Overdogs. But it's the sidearm that really liking with that one, which is the Tempest. If you have it yet. Nope, still bugged. It's awesome. So awesome. Out.
System online.
look at exotic. Got our floors.
Active terminal detected.
Armors for pussies!
Serious trauma detected.
The fuck was that? Oh, that's right. That's how you fix your armor, right? You go down. Yeah, that worked. Awesome. Forgot about that. Somebody told us that.
An agent has left your group. Another agent has been promoted to group leader.
Savage, feel free to take off that stupid armor break if you want to. But my armor's fixed here now. But just saying. No armors for pussies! Zealot's crazy. I can't believe it's a fucking modifier. It's amazing. I'm happy about it. I'm just extremely happy about it.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
The armor break one. Because it's glitchy. Either way, I don't care. I'm okay. Moment. Got it worked out now. Yeah, I think we'll probably see the Luke Goblin, hopefully in Halloween with some good shit.
Shade tech detected.
I was avoiding responsibility. Responsibilities for pussies. There's a key back here. The hell? Luke's doing pretty good in here today. The summit's not that bad if you don't do it very often, you know. You know, I haven't tried salty. I haven't heard anybody mention it though. Crazy, huh?
Serious trauma detected.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying negotiators this season. Super helpful for that retaliation. Because you do get time credit for the multi-kill. And when you get those, boy, it's helpful against the kill squads. Yeah, I'm really liking it too. I mean, it's edge of your seat, it's action, you know? And I don't do it a lot. Like, I do it frequently enough, you know what I mean? I do it in waves. Those long ones, though, you know what I mean? Those ones with 4 control points. Oof. They're fun. If you haven't squatted up for them yet, that's really fun. You know, I was running one with Reaper the other day, and that was a blast, you know? To tag team them and to get into a groove with somebody. And a few directives, yeah. I ran it with all directives this morning. All 5 directives. I did it with the sniper build because, you know, ammo. I used the shroud. And a pistol, I think. I think I did a bow. Can't remember now. Maybe it was just a pistol. It's a little bit tough because you don't get them on your map. There's that. You know, they come in from all angles too. And then they got special ammo on top of it.
Safe levels. Filters. Another agent is now in your
I'm immune to gas to it.
immediate medical assistance needed. Air filter function restored. Air quality acceptable.
Let's switch the gear to something interesting like rifles and see if we get something like Ravenous or whatever. An ambush?
Hostiles incoming.
Time's flying.
Serious trauma detected.
It's only happening because we have the no regen thing, so your armor breaks and it never comes back. Really?
Agent incapacitated.
Screw cover.
Vital signs critical.
Yeah, I think we've had a couple of season highs, actually. I think the estimates are probably like 30 to 40,000 players, active players. Matchmaking's not an issue. Community is not an issue. Things are fine. An abundance of new players as well. Just crazy in a game that's 7 years old.
Serious trauma detected.
Oh, you fuckers.
Agent down.
Look like that green down my neck. It is pretty fun. We're always looking for the next Division 2, and it's never going to happen. It's going to come in the form of Division 3, I guess. There was a long period when the Division 2 came out where there was still a lot of people playing Division 1 as preferred over Division 2. I wonder if that's going to happen when Division 3 comes out. People can be like, no way, man. You know, fuck the change. Fight the power. They know we're coming. Lighting sucks in here. This is the tuned up version too. Used to be worse. Really hard to believe, isn't it?
Detected.
You have all these blinders like this. Fucking horrible. They're not taking enough.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
They actually broke the news. Did you not catch that, Salty? So, yeah, it is It doesn't sound like it's a DLC, but they are bringing in new content. Survivors game mode. Survivors 2.0. Which is what we've been asking for like 100 years. They're bringing it.
Multiple hostiles inbound.
So people are going to be pumped. Very judgmental. You know what I mean? That's a hard one. It's like American Idol. When you go in and sing like a Michael Jackson song, they're only going to compare it to you to actually Michael Jackson, which is, or like a Whitney Houston song. It's like that's tough because you really better change it up. You better change it up and make it your own, because they're just gonna, if you sing it like try to be like Whitney Houston, sing it like her, then they're gonna, you're just not gonna do it. You're just not gonna get it. So I think that's the predicament they're in with Survivors. You know what I mean? They got to shake it up enough that people aren't just going to compare it with the first Survivors and say this one's not as good, but keep enough elements the same where it's the Survivor that people want and we're hoping for at the same time. Because you know how this is a fickle player base, and so people will be like, they just reskinned the Survivor from. That seems to disappoint people, yet that's what they're asking for. You know what I mean? Oh, the Ninja Bike backpack is just Ninja Bike from the Division 1. Striker's just Striker from the Division 1. Alpha Bridge is just Alpha Bridge from Division 1. They're just reskinning shit. It's not new content, you know? It's like, but wait, that's what you asked for. Matters, it depends on who you're asking, right? And that's the problem with Survivors, right? Everybody's asking for that. We just need Survivors from the Division 1, but if they bring it from Division 1, then that's going to be the critique it's going to get, which is, oh, they just reskinned Survivors from Division 1. So, is that what you want or not? I don't think people really know what they want, right? That's where the devs are in a tough spot. People don't really know what they want. They got a gist. I mean, if you got just with the same exact content as Division 1, I would be disappointed for like, well, we already got Division 1. You can just play Division 1, I guess. I haven't played it, so I don't know if it can be that redundant or not. But just saying.
Serious trauma detected.
I don't play the Tinkerer very much. Use the Tinkerer now. It's kind of rare that I use it. I like it on the LMG. That's about it. Zealot solo legendary is pretty crazy, man. Oh shit. I think that was gonna blow me up. I mean, you just blitz every room. You're invulnerable. I do like it better with negotiators than striker. for more insurance that you're getting all the enemies within your time frame.
High risk target detected.
Mark them and then focus on one, you know, kind of thing. Level 40 boss. Can you imagine if we got level 40 gear? Level 50 gear? People would riot if we got level 50 gear, man. Getting decent XP in here. How many I've gotten since we started? Let's say 80 levels, 60. I want to use my sledgehammer. We almost had melee weapons, man. Almost. Heartland was bringing that shit. Capacitor. Weird. Weird because it's not my target move. Making good progress. But I think this is where I'm going to call it. Leaving you savage. My eyes are hurting.
We need you to secure a skyscraper. This may take
All
a
right, folks.
while.
I'll catch
Hope
you
cleared the
later.
schedule.
Thanks for hanging out with me. Running some summit. We got to level 40. Yeah, we'll get up there. We've got to figure out what the hell's going on with the Tempest. Hopefully they give us a heads up on what's to expect with some patch notes. So we don't just go in there blind. Hope you guys get out there, get some XP, get some resources. Look forward to some more build videos this week. Got a couple of builds to share with you. Got 3 I'm working on at the same time. And then I'll do a deep dive on the Shroud. I have covered the Shroud from the PTS, but obviously there are more details, and I don't think anybody else is going to cover it to that degree. Everybody's just going to be like, look, I can hit 200 million gazillion damage, which is cool. But there's so much more to it. All right, folks, have a good night, day, morning. See you later.